Alright, so here is the, Talladega weekend review and stuff. I was debating on doing them because yesterday we had the whole debacle of like the finishing order being swapped, and then that either helped people, messed up people, so on and so forth. It's Talladega. Like I said, I wasn't necessarily sure if I wanted to go ahead and do it, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just on my headset, just kind of just gonna be a quick one. In terms of how personally I would look at the Cup Series race at Talladega in terms of when you're using that, if you put it into a data point, or if you're like putting like here's the optimal lineup, whatever the case was. It's so interesting, and I've debated on what I want to do in terms of F1 content. I understand that this is a NASCAR event, but it was a very similar situation that happened with F1 a while back. So we went ahead and looked, at least Stukas did and stuff, at what would happen depending on, and this is just all the way back during the last race in Australia when they reverted Fernando Alonso from finishing, like ninth. They gave him his position back, and then they gave Sainz a unfair penalty. And yada yada yada, and it was a very similar situation here to where the finishing order switched, and some people gained spots in DK. Some people lost spots. When we look at this situation here, we see that uh, Stukas went ahead and ran uh, his stuff to see what would have been the winning lineup and who would have been profitable if they didn't have that late race thing. And it's very similar to kind of this situation here with NASCAR. And it's a situation where I was very much involved, not in making this stuff, but like I would have finished tied for fifth if we didn't have a red flag. Uh, this would have been the race that if the finishing order they were in before or during the last red flag, after the big wreck, before they reverted the starting position and stuff, and so you can very easily see how quickly things just swap and stuff, and the profit and everything that makes, and then the final restart. If Science doesn't get that 5 second penalty, and they have that wreck, the way that the race fucking should have gone, we would have. I would have. I would have went ahead and tied again. Was it this one here? I don't remember. It would have been rough. We would have. I would have been the most profitable guy on the slate in that situation. Anyway, um, the fact is that we've been through this twice recently, and I think it's very important to understand the like situations that happen and almost categorize them as we just saw there as potential different outcomes. And so when we're looking at the Talladega finish for the Cup Series race, I would personally look at this as basically two separate races in your data points. I understand that some people might not agree with that, but I would honestly just look at it as like, hey, this race is basically ran twice. A lot of people, say they like running simulations and blah blah blah. Well, if you like that and you're a fan of doing that type of stuff, just go ahead and put both data points in your model, both finishing orders in your model, and just categorize them as two different races, or at least be aware of what the outcomes were before everything happened, and where everything switched, and so on and so forth. That's kind of my 2 cents, because I had some questions and we were kind of talking about it in the NASCAR chat as well, of what would have happened and blah blah blah. Um, in terms of um, what is it? In terms of how my personal day went on FanDuel, it was horrible. We didn't cash at all here. None of these lines cashed. I had just a ton of I had a ton of Zane Smith on both sides. I loved Zane Smith. He was gonna ride in the back. I loved it. Just got unlucky when he got ass packed by, was it Logano? I don't remember who ass packed him in that wreck in three, but unfortunate there. My DK lines, I think I had three. Actually, fuck it. What am I even talking about? Let's just go through and look at them really fast. We gotta go quite a ways back. So here, there's the chrome horn. Where's the big one? So I only had three cash in the big one, I think. and then the this is the main one we'll talk about. So for for the Cup Series, played a lot of guys in the back, and they just didn't. At least by the way things ended up being scored, they just didn't end up scoring that well and stuff. And I liked a lot of people that I had in this race just ended up getting wrecked. That's just kind of how it went. This year it was a spring race. I kind of accepted it. I kind of knew it going in that we wouldn't have a lot of wrecks and stuff. Um, but like, look at this stuff. This is crazy. Like these ownerships. Like, what the fuck is this, dude? So I have no clue what data points people are using anymore. I have absolutely no idea. Because a lot of these ownerships just did not make a ton of sense. I understand that we had a lot of good people. Stenhouse at 40. Okay, I mean, I guess. We had people with Chase Elliott, Bowman, and stuff like that, and they did end up coming through. But I mean, we should never have these guys be this low. I can't tell you that enough. Austin Hill, fantastic plate racer. Saint Smith, excuse me, knows what he's doing. These guys came in underweight. So yet again, like, uh, it's just a situation where I kind of accepted that I was going to probably lose money in it. Uh, Talladega Spring Race, you got somebody in top five finishing. I mean, it's just one of those guys. At least this is winning line. I don't remember what I haven't seen the album one. I frankly don't really care, especially with the whole debacle. I'm just not even gonna really bother paying attention to that. Just be aware of how plate races go and whatnot. Xfinity went well. This was these, I think. So if you remember the live show, I was I really, really hated Caesar because the sumbitch has lost me so much fucking money over the years. Um, he's fucking disgusting. He's horrible. Yada yada yada. I ended up playing two lines. I think it was the first one, number 6, that ended up finishing second and fourth in most of the contests. Um, Situation here of where I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I guess I'll just waste my time chasing, how Xfinity optimal lineup should be. Yet again, Junior Motorsports just kills themselves for no reason. So, yet again, just stack from the back. That's how it goes. Yeah. So Perkins, despite the fact that I had quite a lot of Perkins, didn't affect me at all. Didn't hurt me. Balicki got taken out late in this race. Don't believe. Did he get taken out? Let me look. I don't remember. Shout out to the Patreon. Let me just go through mine real fast. This one, actually no. So this one is this one here without Balicki. So it's this one actually that I finished second in a lot of. But man, look at these ownerships. Holy fuck, boys! What are we doing? What is this? Let me look at let me turn this off real fast. Let me look at FanDuel. If I can find the ownerships for FanDuel really fast. Where are we at here? Okay. Again, since I just got my fucking ass handed to me, I got to redeposit on FanDuel, which kinda sucks. It's not very fun redepositing. But let's go ahead and look at these fucking ownerships, my guys. Like, what the hell? Jeez Louise, buddy boys. Every plate race. I mean, I play FanDuel all the time, but every plate race. Why do people ask me, why do I play all the bad guys? Because literally nobody owns them. I mean, this is ridiculous. Last year in the summer Daytona race, that's why I won, just $6 grand alone on FanDuel. Was a 5, somewhere around there. Because I just had these guys that nobody fucking had. And they just, like, and during the day, these lineups are scoring well, especially when those idiots decide to race early in the race. Are you kidding me? Why even bother playing Chase Elliott? Why even bother playing any of the good plays on FanDuel and just play the bad plays, man? It makes no sense at all. Anyway, anywho, going back to this, shout out to Sterling in the Xfinity Series who, oh, this is the Chrome Horn. My bad. That is the Chrome Horn, which I finished second in. I need to find the $10 one because we finished 5th there. Shout out to Sterling, a Patreon member. I'm not saying I think he's subscribed to Run Pure as well, and he's in a couple others. But SRT, he's always in the chats on live shows. He's very active in the Discord. The man 150'd and absolutely killed the field. When we look at where he finished, I mean, this is awesome. Look at this brutal, this clinic, this absolute fucking clinic here from SRT. What a fantastic day! I'm so happy for him. Hope he gets I hope he's able to finally run some races, have some fun. We finished fifth. Mine are kind of very much in the same stance. Clearly didn't just destroy the field or anything, but approached the same way. Happy that Sterling. I'm just happy that Sterling. It's awesome to see whenever, like, if I can't win, I want somebody that I talk to and stuff nearly every day to do well. Aaron also did very well, and but yeah, man, what a fucking clinic from Sterling in this one here. I got a message on Twitter. Somebody was like, um, he was like, "Hey, checking in on you after you yelled about Caesar being optimal, just making sure you're all right." And I just sent him a screenshot of what I was winning and stuff like that. So that was a pretty fun response. But Sterling didn't even have Caesar in his winning lineup, and he had Clements as well. Uh, so I mean, like I said, just don't. Honestly, I'm never really concerned about chasing the optimal on plate races. That's just me. I don't believe Sterling. I don't believe. I think I'm the highest one with Caesar anyway in this. Yeah, so I was the highest finishing one in the 10 with Caesar in it. Just because he was so low owned. Which yet again, guys, play ownership specifically in plate races doesn't matter. I would honestly just encourage to build for Wreckfest in every single plate race and blah 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 blah. This week we head to Dover. Going to be a really fun week. Back to real races. These next month of May, from here on out into the month of May, the best month for DFS NASCAR, and gonna be this is probably my last month of not covering it, but I'm going to be really aggressive. May has always been probably the most expensive month for me outside of plate race weekends because I'm probably going to do probably 500 on every cup race uh, this in the month for at least for Dover, Coca-Cola 600. I forgot the other intermediate track we're at. We're at Kansas. I don't remember. Uh, but it's gonna be a fun month. I'm really excited for it. So anyway, this is the Talladega weekend review, and I hope you guys also did well. I will see you guys in the preview videos coming out probably tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then.